Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Coaches Show with Zack Hudson, brought to you by FBC Howe. Now, let's go to Monty Walker with the Bulldogs head coach.
All right, Coach, last week the Silver Spike battled with Van Alstyne, and the offense started looking pretty good. First drive, basically drove it straight down the field, and the offense is starting to pick it up.
They are. I mean, they're just getting the hang of it, and it's one of those things that, we installed it due to our back situation, and when you install it week 3, it takes a little while to get going, and everybody's just got to realize that. We realize that, but now that the quarterback's comfortable, the backs are comfortable, they're seeing holes a lot better, and it looked pretty good. We just, once again, the inexperience, you get down there and you have a hard time sticking it in, but then they finally got it turned on and started scoring some points. But I was glad to see that.
This has been the year of the running quarterback and a lot of read options against you. And talk about that. And how different has it been to see the quarter? You're used to old time running the football with the backs, but now it seems to be the new trend to run the quarterbacks a lot.
They are. They're just another running back there, and out of some of these, what people call a spread offense, and it's really not. It's almost a wing tee offense out of shotgun, but. We have faced, in our level, you have to get your best athletes on the field. And if you got one standing on the sidelines, you're probably not going to be very good. And so that's a way of getting another good athlete on the field and for people. And they just use them as another running back. But we have seen probably the best stable of quarterbacks that I've ever seen in a full year. Guys that really change the game. And it changes the way you have to play on defense. You never design a defense to stop a quarterback. It's not, no defense designed to stop a quarterback. And so everything has to be tweaked, and assignments have to be changed and stuff like that. But they're doing a good job of it. But when you have to put 2 guys on the quarterback, it opens up everything else. And so it's a tough thing to deal with.
Well, your wide receiver last week, Harvey, as if the Harvey family didn't have enough going on.
Right.
An injury to Ty Harvey. Talk about that, and is he going to be available this week?
Yes, he practiced. We practiced him on Wednesday, and he'll practice Thursday, and so he'll be fine. He just had a bruised knee, and it was a pretty good bruise. And just one of those things, like a bruised thigh, just you got to work it out. It takes a while, and he rode the bike for a couple of days, and then he's out running, and so he'll be fine.
Whitesboro Friday night, talk about them and what do you expect to see from them?
Well, they're just 1,000 formations. Coach Gill over there does a great job with those guys, and they look like Van Alstyne just in a lot of different formations. And they got a defensive line that's probably what I think the best in the district from top to bottom. So it's going to be a very exciting night. It's going to be nice and cold again finally, but it's going to be another good test.
Well, you talk about the weather, and what kind of factor can that play in a game? Does it change the game plan at all?
Not for us. Just our quarterback and receivers and stuff aren't really affected by that kind of stuff, and what we do isn't affected. We don't have 3 progression reads and stuff like that. So, with our running style quarterback, that we'll take a rollout pass and take it for a run and stuff like that, it doesn't affect us too much.
Well, let's talk about the district scenarios and the chance of getting into the playoffs. What are the scenarios going forward from here?
Well, we are in the exact same spot we were in last year, and we got second in the district. So, everybody talks about scenarios and stuff. You got to win a couple games and get in. You can win 2 and get in, and you just got to beat the route 2. Win 3 and you still a spot. And so I said last week to the kids, we got to win 3 out of 4 just so we control our own destiny. But we really do. It's now we got to start winning some ball games, and our kids understand that. They know that. We've had a good week of practice. They understand that it's coming down, and we got to put it all together in a complete game.
Well, Friday night at Whitesboro, we'd like everyone to make the trip over there on Highway 82. If you can't go to the game, you can listen to it live on HoweEnterprise.com. And if you're inside the stadium, take your headphones. You can listen to it live on 104.1 FM. For everyone who's been a part of this one, I'm Monty Walker, and we'll see you next week.